Today in the program we will show home games of the national basketball team of Kazakhstan, which battles to participate in the Championship of Asia. We will talk to the world karate champion and bodybuilding champion of Asia, Ludmila Ustyugova. Also, we will tell about workouts of junior national artistic gymnastics team. Dear friends, welcome to the new Jibek arena where basketball games have recently been held. Meet national team of Kazakhstan. They are in white shirts. Brutal guys from Jordan are their opponents. This is a game within the qualifying round on the Asian Championship, which will take place in 2021.
Game.
Oh, it's equal teams.
Yeah, good. One team good.
All teams pass qualification to perform in the Asian Basketball Championship. The charges of Emil Rajkovic were in the same group with the teams of Palestine, Jordan and Sri Lanka. In the first round, our team was opposed by the national team of Palestine, and our basketball players gained victory with great effort. Now, we offer to watch a short review of the game with Palestine. It ended with a score of 79-76 in favor of the home team. Jordan team is very experienced. They are the participants of the recent World Cup in China. In the first round, they completely outplayed the team of Sri Lanka, didn't give them a hope to succeed, 100 points against 45. What do you know about Jordan? The team is quite strong. I didn't study the play of the opponent. It's just interesting to watch the game. Whom of our players can you mark out? I like young players, Askar Maydekin, Rustam Murzagaliev. I have the form of Anton Panomarev on me. I know he plays in Tabol basketball team, watching his career. Then Shaim Kuanov, the captain of Tabol team, you know. Kazakhstan never won the team of Jordan and always conceded in face-to-face meetings with the score 8-0. Therefore, there could be no problems with the mood of Rajkovic team. The first two periods passed equally, in many ways thanks to Anthony Clements, so in a big break Kazakhstan was ahead with advantage in score 32-30. The third period passed under the lead of Jordan team. It was more aggressive and, what is important, more accurate. They increased the advantage in the score to 6 points. All hope was for the fourth period. At times, it seemed that the team of Kazakhstan is about to greet out a victory in this difficult game. Fans are already standing and it feels that this game secures a berth at the Championship of Asia. In the end of the game, home team came from behind. Total score is 68-71.
Не хватило реализации открытых бросков, очень сильно как не хватило.
Realization of shooting was not good. We could win the game with the difference in score, but didn't score the last triple. We still have much to work on. Let's continue to watch. There's a hope we will win away.
Надеяться, что на выезде во втором окне мы одержим победу.
For the national team of Kazakhstan, this defeat became the first in qualification. The next game of the Coyotes will be in November against Sri Lanka. In total, all teams of the group will meet each other twice. Therefore, chances to participate in the Championship of Asia are still high.
First of all, we need to congratulate Jordan for the victory. They were more composed at the end. They made some important baskets. We, on the other hand, played this game with a lot of desire, a lot of wish, and we fought, but we didn't have the let's say, peace of mind to make some shots that we should have made.
The best performance of the national team of Kazakhstan is the fourth place in the Asian Championship of 2007. It's already been 13 years since that time. Now the team occupies the 75th place in the world rating. In Asia, we are on the 14th place. The team is undergoing a change of generations now, and it is not necessary to expect glorious victories, but the game inspires optimism and faith in the bright future. Further in the program, there is an interview with bodybuilding, karate, and career of journalist Ludmila Ustyugova. At the end of last year, in one of programs, we told about the incredible karatist Ludmila Ustyugova, who became the world champion in the part of the national team of Kazakhstan. But even we did not know that 3 weeks before she became bodybuilding champion of Asia. Today, we will talk to a girl who combines in herself lots of talents. Nice to meet you, Luda. We're glad to see you. How are you doing? Thank you. Everything is okay. Nice to meet you too. Now we're in the hall where you train sportsmen. Yes, that's right. Besides training, I've been doing sports here for years. So this hall is associated with best memories. Here I worked up a sweat. So this hall can be called my second home. How much do you do karate in total? This year it will be 18 years since I dedicated my life to karate. Even if I ever suspend my career, I will continue with karate. Why did you choose karate? I was 5 when I was first brought to karate lessons. My father was a karateka, so it turned out that near our house there was a karate section. My parents decided to take me and my 2 brothers there. We have good sports genetics. My mother is a gymnast and father is a karateka. There were no doubts that children would be engaged in sports, so we chose karate. Are your brothers still training? Unfortunately, no. They chose another career and just another sport. I stayed in karate. How long have you been training people? I started last year and I already had trainer's experience but had to stop because of my sporting career. I train children of the smallest age, from 4 till 18. What's the most important thing in training kids? The first and the main thing is discipline, especially for kids of the age 4 or 5. They can't stay still. Many of them don't know how to behave with the trainer. When they enter the hall, they should necessarily bow. Leaving the hall, they should shake hands with the trainer. So many people want you to be their trainer. Not so many. Many parents think that if the trainer is a woman, she's not able to define spirit. There is such stereotype that men are stricter. This trend is not only in Kazakhstan, but all over the world. There wwere no stereotypes that the girl should be fragile. I don't think that the karatekas can be described as not fragile. These are just stereotypes. When you look at me, you can understand that I'm not fragile. I'm not acting like a guy. Karate did not affect my manner of communication. Everything is for the better. My trainer always said, "You are a girl, so you should act like a girl."
Ну и большое, конечно, влияние оказал на меня тренер, который всегда говорил: "Ты девочка, веди себя как девочка."
And what is trainer contribution in your karate career? In my case, he made a big contribution because he trained me since I was 5, so almost for 18 years he has been my trainer. I can surely call him my second father. His name is Kolesnikov Alexander Sergeyevich. I am very proud that I have such a trainer. I am very glad that I once came and chose him. If I'm not mistaken, he is the trainer of the national team of Kazakhstan.
До предыдущего года он
He
был
was,
тренером
till
сборной
last year.
Казахстана, но на сегодняшний день уже нет.
Why karate sportsmen in Kazakhstan are so strong?
Вообще, я думаю, все зависит от нашей страны. У
I
нас
think it
очень
all depends on our
воинственный
country.
народ был,
We have a very
народ
belligerent
с
people.
характером,
People
народ с
with
какими-то
strong
целями,
character,
которые
with
нужно
goals that
достигать,
must be
обязательно
achieved.
нужно достигать. И
I
это
think that it somehow influenced the development of our personalities.
развитие наших личностей.
And of course, the great
Ну и,
role is
конечно же,
played by
это
competent trainers,
грамотный
competent
тренер,
approach, and motivation.
грамотная мотивация.
Without it, we wouldn't have such a successful national team.
Такой шикарной сборной, какая есть по сей день.
What place do we rank among national teams?
За последние 10 лет казахстанская
Over the past 10 years, Kazakhstan karate has made a qualitative leap in development. If earlier nobody knew our athletes, today I can surely say that we rank among top 5 and top 3 strongest countries.
топ-3, топ-5 сильнейших стран.
I think a lot of karatekas dream about karate to be Olympic sport.
Как вы знаете, карате уже зашло в олимпийскую программу, но, к сожалению, может быть...
As you know,
сейчас
karate is already included in Olympic program. Unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, it is non-contact karate.
классный вид спорта.
It's a less traumatic kind of sport. I hope one day contact karate will be included in the Olympic program too, and maybe I will take part in the Olympic Games.
Даже я когда-нибудь
It's the top of my dreams.
это, конечно, просто сверх моих мечтаний.
У вас уже есть две золотые медали.
You already have 2 gold medals of the World Cups. At the same time, you find motivation to come and fight in tournaments for a victory.
Да, конечно, не только за победу, я преследую какие-то свои личные цели.
Not just for a victory, I have some personal goals. For example, if you win World Cup for the 3rd time, you will be awarded the highest award from the state, the title of Honored Master of Sports.
Вы знаете,
Champions of Olympic Games are awarded with this title. It is my aim too, and I think one day I will achieve it.
я к этому стремлюсь, я этого хочу, и я надеюсь, что когда-нибудь у меня получится этого добиться.
And what about the belts? What belt do you have now?
Сейчас на мне черный пояс.
Now I have black belt,
И я
first Dan
проходила
rank.
уже 8
I've been holding it for 8 years.
лет, как я сдала на первый дан.
This year in spring, it will be 8 years since I have it.
Я решила,
I
что
got it when I was 14.
двигаться дальше, развиваться.
8 years after I decided it was time for me to move on, to develop not only in karate, but also spiritually. I got second dan a month ago. We have belts coming from Japan. This process is a little bit slow, so now I'm waiting for a second dan rank.
Да.
Руки у головы, держим равновесие. Чи. Го. Хандай. Эч.
Ludmila Pavlova trains us. Then we all get the belts.
У нас дисциплина есть.
Do you like the way she trains? Yes. You know, she's a world champion. Yes, I heard about it.
Смотрел, видел.
Тебе понравилось?
Два первых
She
места.
already has 2 first places.
Вы гордитесь учителем своим?
I present gifts to my trainer every training.
Почти каждую тренировку
I brought 2 presents today.
подарки. На сегодня я принесла два подарка.
Plasticine giraffe and air plasticine heart.
Это же из пластилиновой жираф с соком и клубникой. И сердечко из воздушного пластилина.
Do you like it here? Yes. Why? Because I'm getting hit here. I learned to fight.
Я тут учусь драться.
How does your husband feel about your hobbies?
На самом деле этот вопрос интересует очень многих.
In fact, this question is interesting to many people. I got married early. They thought I would suspend my sports career, but it's not so. My husband supports me. He visits all competitions. He worries more than me.
И я думаю, что даже переживает больше, чем я.
The first World Cup he visited with a shirt, Luda Alga.
Приготовил майку Люда Алга, Люда.
We saw that t-shirt. It is amazing.
Да, и я когда увидела, я просто поняла, что я не могу разрушить надежды.
When I saw it, I realized I couldn't ruin this man's hopes. My husband is always understanding about my travels, training camps, which may last for a month. I'm happy that I found such a person.
Затянуться на целый месяц, так что я безумно счастлива, что обрела такого человека.
Вы брали паузу.
As far as I know, you took a break. How much it helped you?
Помогла вам в дальнейшем?
На самом деле, рассказав вам по секрету, я пыталась взять паузу дважды.
I was actually trying to take a break twice. I came to the opinion that it would be the time to stop my sports career, that I could do something else. For the first time, it was in 2018. That's when I got acquainted with bodybuilding. Unfortunately, I left karate for a month and realized I couldn't do without it.
Пошла карате на месяц, и я поняла, что я не могу без этого, я вернулась обратно. Я не поняла, как произошел этот момент, просто...
So I returned. I didn't understand how it happened, but I ended up at competitions and won them. Last year, I was already psychologically and physically tired. I thought I had enough. I missed only 2 trainings. On the 3rd, I returned.
Я подумала, что, наверное, уже хватит. Перейду к тренерской деятельности. Я пропустила ровно 2 тренировки. И на 3-ю я вернулась.
Как произошло
How did you get to know bodybuilding?
Почему все-таки решились?
На самом деле, очень неожиданно. Мне всегда говорили, что нужно попробовать.
Actually, it was unexpected. I've always been told to try it out.
Которая досталась мне от мамы. Она...
I have a genetically good body that I got from my mom.
Абсолютно случайно. Я просто пришла посмотреть.
She's a sportswoman too. Absolutely by chance, I came to the casting. I was seen by the trainer Kairat Sizdikov. He is probably known everywhere in Kazakhstan and the world of bodybuilding. He noticed me, came up and said, "Girl, go home. You don't have to stand here on stage. I'm taking you." From that time, my training started. After 1.5 months, I already came on stage. In Championship of Almaty, I became the 3rd, and 1 week later, I won the silver in the Championship of Kazakhstan. And then I realized that I can handle both bodybuilding and karate. Why not?
Помогает мне еще больше радоваться моей жизнью, наслаждаться и дает какие-то плоды, успехи, то почему бы и нет?
Карате, то, что не олимпийский вид спорта, довольно часто возникает какие-то...
Karate is not Olympic sport, and there are often financial problems for athletes. Do you often have to spend your savings?
Вам приходилось тратить свои личные сбережения?
Да, конечно, до того момента, как я попала в национальную сборную Казахстана.
Yes, of course. Before I got to the national team of Kazakhstan, all the trips I made around the country and abroad were paid from my pocket. My family paid for it until I was 18, and then I did. Until a certain moment, there was no support of the state, no sponsors. We still have no sponsors, so this issue is still urgent. But it makes no sense for the members of the national team to worry about it, as the state supports them financially. Today, Almaty has more than 20 karate schools, and I understand that demand is very high. Children want to go for karate. In fact, karate is a very popular sport, which in the future will be useful not only in physical development, but also in moral aspect. Karate will affect all the spheres of human life. Whom will you plan to be in 5 years? I actually have so many global plans. I can't tell exactly, but I know that karate will stay in my life. I hope that I will fulfill my dream and will become the triple world champion. As far as I know, you studied as a journalist. Yes, my first profession is journalism. I worked for a while in this sphere. It is so interesting. I think it's my favorite pursuit. If it wasn't for the time limit, I would keep doing it. But when you prepare for a major tournament, you should sacrifice something. In the future, I think I may return to this profession.
Так что в будущем я думаю, что я вернусь к этой профессии.
What directions are you interested in?
Я была спортивным обозревателем.
I was a sports observer. I worked for 3 years in the newspaper and on the website. I like to observe sports topics. I wrote not only about karate, I wrote about football, boxing, gymnastics. I belong to sports. Tell me about your day schedule.
Сейчас я заканчиваю второй университет, получаю второй высшее.
Now I'm graduating from the university, go into second higher education. I take English courses, have work about the house, 2 trainings per day, gym and karate. That's how my single day goes on.
В принципе, все. Ну, то есть так и проходит мой день.
What is your second higher education?
Чтобы работать тренером,
Sports.
я должна иметь спортивное образование.
I should get sports education in order to work as a trainer, not to just have a diploma, but to gain knowledge of how to raise children, to develop their skills.
Упражнения так, чтобы развивать их качество, а не ухудшать.
You have great plans, so let everything turn positively for you. Thank you for the interview. Further, top-level trainer Miruyert Balginbaeva will tell us interesting facts about rhythmic gymnastics. Meet Miruyert Balginbayeva, the master of sports, the judge, the trainer of these charming gymnasts. Her trainees form the junior national team of Kazakhstan.
Сделала один выпуск, они все стали мастерами спорта.
Yes, they all become international masters of sport, champions of Asia. They won bronze at the Youth Olympic Games.
Я ими, конечно же, очень горжусь, но этих
I have already released them. It is gratifying that all of them return to sports as trainers.
отрадно, что все эти девочки вернулись в спорт в качестве тренеров.
Artistic gymnastics is beautiful. The athlete performs gymnastics exercises with various objects: hoop, ribbon, pins, ball, and race car to music. As a rule, competitive exercise should not last more than a minute and a half. You can perform both individually and in a team. Children come early in gymnastics, usually when they are 5-6 years old. At this age, muscles and ligaments are still plastic, easier to stretch. Not everyone is taken though.
Смотрим на родителей. Естественно, это гены. Естественно,
We look at their parents. These are genes. Most likely, they'll look like their parents. We look at flexibility, plasticity, shin lengths.
на ее пластичность, на
There are a lot of things that we should consider, but visually, the child can be immediately determined.
факторов, которые мы смотрим. Но вот визуально ребенка сразу можно определить.
Gymnastics, it is not only about bright performances to beautiful music, but first of all, serious regular trainings, considerable exercises, and huge work of the child himself, his trainer, and his parents. Regime, nutrition, and absolutely discipline.
Весом вы много чего не сможете просто сделать.
With excessive weight, they just won't be able to perform exercises. We explain to their parents that overweight means injuries. Do you want your child getting injured? No? Then control his weight. I am against low-calorie diets. It just should be a healthy diet.
Это просто должно быть правильное питание.
Having emerged recently, this sport has interesting history. The beauty of women in ancient Greece and Rome was considered incomplete unless they possessed the art of stepping gracefully. The creators of rhythmic gymnastics aimed at teaching girls to move freely and gracefully. In 1984, 50 years after emergence of artistic gymnastics, it was presented for the first time at the Los Angeles Olympic Games. The first champion was Laurie Fang, the gymnast from Canada. Of course, since then, gymnastics changed a lot. Now there are more requirements to complexity of performed elements and artistry. Therefore, it is very important to choose the right mentor.
Здесь определение добрый тренер, злой тренер. Я думаю, в принципе, не
There is no definition here of a kind coach or not kind one. The coach should be demanding. If they want the child to achieve results, the discipline should be iron. You should be demanding not only to athletes, but also to yourself. Every coach should serve as an example for a child. You need to earn the trust of children, and then there will be a successful result.
доверие ребенка, я считаю. И тогда будет результат.
Schools of the capital, Almaty and Shymkent cities are the leaders in development of gymnastics in Kazakhstan. Internal competitions are regularly held, but as in many sports, problems still remain.
Самая основная, главная проблема у нас в нашем виде спорта, что у нас нет своего специализированного зала. Мы,
The
конечно,
most important problem in our sport that we do not have the specialized hall. We have been talking about it for many years. We need places to achieve the results.
для достижения высоких спортивных результатов. У нас есть
We have a
база.
base in Shymkent. It would be desirable that in the capital there was a base for training of athletes.
В столице была такая же база для качественной подготовки спортсменов.
The column Video of the Week is the last in today's program. Spectacle, extreme, capacity crowd. Today we go to the Tournament of North America on the best tricks on the BMX bicycle. Since 2008, it is an Olympic sport.